Hey guys, Chef Jason Race, hardware grilling expert. Today, it's all about the rib rack on the Traeger. I got a crowd coming over today. This is gonna help me out a lot because now 8 racks of ribs on this beauty cooking at once. But I'll tell you what, they threw me a curveball because they said, I want ribs with bite, ribs with texture. A couple of my friends said, can we have fall off the bone? So I don't have time to mess around today. I don't have a lot of time to talk. Let's get cooking. We're gonna show you how to rock the rib rack on the Traeger. 2 different kinds of ribs. Starting us off today, the Traeger rib rack. I love this because this holds 8 racks of ribs on the Traeger. So I am going to be able to cook for a crowd with no issue. Seasoning today, we're gonna use olive oil as our binder, and then we're gonna do a little bit of oink, a little bit of rub-a-dub, giving us that sweet, salty, beautiful flavor. Here we go, right here, St. Louis style spare ribs today. We've got a little bit of prep work to do with peeling off the membrane, but a little bit fattier, a little bit fantasticer. This is going to be amazinger. All right, then we're gonna finish these guys off with a couple different sauces today. We've got low country, high altitude, and fire honey. Now, tell you what, the ribs we're doing today, I am actually going to leave these on the table and let my guests create their own experience. So we're gonna dry rub these guys, cook them off, and let everybody sauce them at the end. All right, it's time to grab that spoon, flip that guy over. We're gonna use the spoon to help remove the membrane. Having a hard time? Paper towel helps out pretty good. Get all that membrane off there though, because that is tough. Next up, time to hit it with a little bit of oil. That's gonna be our binder today. And then we're gonna season it off with a little bit of oink. Now, don't forget the backside. Time to flip this guy over, get it in the pan. Repeat that process on the backside until we have all the racks seasoned. We are done. We got them all prepped. 8 racks seasoned on the backside and the front side. I love to season them that way because then guess what? When I bite into ribs, I get a little flavor on the top and the bottom. All right, Traeger is heated up. We've got it all set and ready to go. We're gonna get these guys out there, get them loaded on the rack, and it is time to rock and roll. We've got the Traeger all preheated to 225. We'll go ahead and get the rest of these ribs loaded into the rib rack. And then guess what? We're gonna leave these guys alone. For the first 45 minutes, we're just gonna let these guys enjoy that beautiful Traeger smoke bath. Then we'll come back and hit them with a little bit of apple cider. Okay, here we are right at that 45-minute mark. Now, we're gonna go ahead and spray these guys down with cider, get them all nice and soaked. Go ahead and separate them if you have to. And we'll do this now every 45 minutes for the first few hours up until it comes time to get in here and give these guys a wrap. Here we are right at that 2.5 hour mark. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and flip these guys. I'm basically gonna rotate them so that we can make sure everything gets cooked. Turns out just juicy. Now, what we'll do is go ahead and give them a spray and we'll close it. We'll keep cooking on right at that 4-hour mark. Now, like I said, some of my friends said, Chef, fall off the bone. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead now, top this with a little bit of butter just to add some moisture. And then we'll go ahead and add brown sugar to the top, just to add a little bit of sweetness. And then we're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of our fire honey as well, as much or as little as you like. Now that I've got it all set, guess what? Time to envelope wrap. So I'm gonna fold this one in, this one in. Isn't it funny how I can't wrap Christmas presents to save my life, but ribs, got that down to a science. All right, fold this all up nice and neat. Now look at this. See this right down here? I'm gonna put that seam down, carefully put that in so I don't wrap or rip any of my foil, and we are good. Now, I'll go ahead and finish that up. I'm gonna do probably 2 more racks, maybe 3 racks, get it all set, but this is it, the last hour. I'm gonna bump the temperature up to 350 degrees, give them one last spray, and let them finish off. Ooh, look at that rib flyby. Super excited. Now, hey, check this out. I have ribs with bark, bite, and texture for my friends that like that, and check it out. Over here, I've got ribs that are going to be fall off the bone. So let's get these guys off, into the pan, into the kitchen. We'll see you back at the table. Real quick check-in. We got here in the kitchen. These guys are done, right? They have bark, they have bite, they've got texture. Look at that. They've got pull, everything we want. Now, these are our fall off the bone ribs. So I'm gonna let these guys sit for about 5 to 10 minutes just to soften up and finish up, but we should be in a real happy place. We'll come back here, check in on these guys, and then get ready to devour. So you know how you don't miss out on fantastic rib content like this? Subscribe to our Ace Hardware YouTube channel, hit those post notifications because you want to be notified when this amazing content is ready for you. I will tell you what, barbecue is our business, and today business smells fantastic here in the studio. Now, the cool thing about that rib rack, we cooked for an army, as you can tell. We've got a lot of ribs in front of us, but we were able to take our cooking process, keep it the same, and have those bark biter ribs with texture and all that chew that you love. And we also were able to pull off some fall off the bone ribs as well, which is gonna be fantastic. Now, total cook time today, 5 hours. As always, be sure to check those fall off the bone ribs, keeping them on as long as you want if you need a little extra time to make sure they're fall off the bone terrific or more. Like I said, we let them rest for a little bit of time too to get it all set. Now, don't forget, as always, we say, leave your questions and comments below because one of your viewer requests was, teach us how to use the Traeger rib rack. And that is what we've done today. And we gave you 2 videos in one, which is pretty fantastic as well. I'm Chef Jason, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Thank you for hanging out with us. Be sure at the end to click on all those fantastic Traeger videos that are coming up because we don't want you to miss out on anything. And we've got a couple doozies coming up for you. Now, there's 2 schools here, right? You are either chew and texture and bark and bite like this guy, or you are fall off the bone. So quality control today, I'm picking up this beast and I'm getting after it. Cheers.